I want to bring these Americans home more than anybody. But it seems like, the last trade we had with Brittany Griner, who was caught smoking a vape pipe, we sent the merchant of death, Russian arms dealer, in exchange. Now, this time, $6 billion. This is probably one of the worst foreign policy moves I've seen that is arming the Islamic Republic of Iran with $6 billion. It's going to have major implications, and I think you're going to see that it was a major mistake.
That's House Foreign Affairs Chairman Michael McCall questioning and criticizing the Biden White House over that controversial deal to clear $6 billion in seized Iranian money to free American prisoners. The announcement came on Monday, September 11th. Imagine that, the timing. Critics call it a ransom payment. The White House says, there's nothing wrong here.
This is not a payment of any kind. It's not ransom. These aren't U.S. taxpayer dollars. And we haven't lifted a single one of our sanctions on Iran. Iran will be getting no sanctions relief. It is Iranian money. That's point number one. Point number two, it's not a blank check. They don't get to spend it any way they want. It's not $6 billion all at once. They will have to make a request for withdrawals for humanitarian purposes only.
The Washington Examiner editorial calling it Biden's 9/11 bonanza for Iran, adding it is astonishing but also characteristic that the administration thought that the anniversary of the worst terror attacks against America was the right time to shake hands on agreement with the world's leading, longest-lasting, and most intractable sponsor of terrorism. Republican Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri, member of the Senate Judiciary and Homeland Security Committees, is in focus now. Great to see you, Senator.
Thank you.
First of all, why do you think it happened this way?
Well, I think because the Biden administration is absolutely desperate to appease Iran. I mean, that's the only thing we can conclude, Harris. I mean, we should get clear on this. A lot of the same people who are running the Biden foreign policy also ran Obama's foreign policy, and they want a deal with Iran. They're willing to do just about anything, and here we have them giving away prisoners, giving them $6 billion. I mean, come on.
So, but why are they so desperate to do a deal with Iran? I have to think that when you're that desperate and you give away everything, and look, we all want our Americans home, no matter where they are in the globe. But when you do this deal with literally the devil, there's got to be something else in it that maybe we don't know. What is it?
Well, I just think it's a desperation to appease this nation, to get back into some kind of a nuclear agreement with them, just like the Obama administration did. I think it's religion to them, Harris. I think that the Obama team thought that their terrible deal with Iran was the best thing ever. Joe Biden desperately wants to resurrect it, get back into it, and they're willing to do everything they can to try to entice Iran. And if that means giving them $6 billion, if that means giving them prisoners, they're here for it. Meanwhile, it's making us less safe. It's making the region less stable. It's a bad deal.
Real quickly, just to follow up, because what McCall was just saying previously is that, they're going to be kind of, I guess, gates along the way. Not McCall, Kirby, Admiral McKirby, or Kirby, rather, for the White House. They're going to be gates along the way. So if they don't do this, really, can we call that money back? I mean, what does that even mean? Will they have to jump through hoops to get each, I guess, part of the money? How does that work? Should we believe that?
No, it's a total joke. What he's basically saying is Iran is going to have to go through a lot. They're going to have to go to the bank and get the money. They're going to actually have to go to the trouble of withdrawing it. Yeah. It's also not true that this isn't sanctions relief. We are unfreezing funds. As part of our sanctions regime, we had this money frozen. Now we're giving it to them. So they are getting relief. They are getting a sweet deal here from Joe Biden. It's pathetic.
Wow. It sounds like if you take Americans, maybe you can have all your cash forgiven. I mean, I don't know what other message the world takes. All right, we'll move to this. Later today, President Biden is expected to deliver what is billed as a major economic address after inflation started ticking back up last month. It did it again. We were at 3.2 as it rose from 3. Now we're at 3.7 in August. Gas prices increased nearly 11% from last month. The cost of air travel, car insurance, hotels, utility bills also spiking. Food never went down. So that's always high right now. New census data show the median household income last year fell to $74,000. The U.S. poverty level saw its largest one-year jump ever between 2021 and 22. And the child poverty in this country more than doubled during that time period. The president's chief economic advisor is blaming Republicans. Let's watch.
Your child poverty rate is a policy decision. This president decides to have the lowest child poverty rate in history. That was his decision, and others, including 250 or something like that members of the House and 50 Republicans and 50 Republicans in the Senate, have made a very different decision to facilitate a more than doubling of child poverty by allowing the child tax credit that was doing so much of the lifting to achieve that historically low poverty rate, to allow that to expire.
The New York Post with this blaring headline, "It's still the economy stupid." The nationwide credit card debt now tops $1 trillion for the first time. The average per household, $10,000 is the debt that they hold. Senator Hawley, you just filed a bill that would help with those staggering interest rates, so at least knock down part of the problems.
That's right. What my bill would do is cap credit card interest rates, Harris, at 18%. No more than that. No hidden fees, no backdoor fees, 18%. We should give the working people of this country who Joe Biden is putting the screws to, we should give them relief. More and more people have to put on their credit card their monthly rent payments. They got to put food on the credit card because of inflation. And now if they do that, the average interest rate, Harris, is up around 30% on these credit cards. That is outrageous. We ought to give working people real relief.
Well, and Senator, what I've been pointing out, when you put food and gas and those staples on your card, you're basically paying twice for them because of the interest that will be laid. You won't even get much use out of them because you're going to eat immediately. So this isn't something like a car that you take a loan out on and you get to drive it for several years. We're talking about the things that they used to be able to afford right then and there and not have to go into debt over. Look, real quickly, talk to me about what Republicans have done to get Democrats to constantly say that you voted against a bill, predominantly, I would say in the House, I would imagine, against a bill that would have relieved the poverty. What is to that argument?
There's nothing to it that I know of. I mean, here's what the actual policy choices have been by this administration. It has been to make China richer and to make the United States poorer. What Joe Biden has done consistently is send jobs to China, shut down our energy production, give that to China, make us buy solar panels from China, make us buy batteries from China. So now we can't have any energy in this country. We got to buy Chinese energy, other energy. We can't have energy jobs in this country. We've got to pay more for all that stuff. They're getting rich. Our workers are getting screwed. We've got to do something about it. He's the problem. And that's why we've got to go in a different direction here.
Senator Hawley, thank you so much for being in focus.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.